Woo! What's up, everybody? Woo! What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, we're gonna have an interesting show tonight. Start calling my shit the late night creep. Oh yes, we're gonna talk about multiple topics tonight. Can't wait till people get in, come around, come in town. How's you all doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Looking at the right angle to put this damn new microphone. We're gonna have some interesting shit to talk about tonight. I can tell you that much. Very interesting. Shout out to anybody watching. I'm just so confused about how you gonna tell a grown man he can't he can't talk to the president. Oh man. Mm, 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 mm. Gonna wait up for people to come in. Woo. I tell you, it's been some strange shit going on. And can't talk to the president without having a representative. You're not qualified. I mean, did we just divulge in the world of haters or something? Like, really? What's up? What's up? Like, share, subscribe, donate it if you're inclined. Leave a comment. Even if you put a thumbs down, I don't care. Still, it still equals something. So, who we got viewing so far? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh my goodness. I can't believe that Professor Crunk or Clump opened up her mouth, and then you had another person challenging. Oh my God. My man Ice Cube has the patience of a damn saint. He should be he should be thrust into sainthood after this stuff, man. I don't care. I've noticed this one thing: the more you try to help your people, the more you get kicked in the ass, slap in the face, if you will. I tell you, it is very hard to have a mind of your own these days. It's almost shameful to be a free thinker, to think outside the box. And I feel them on that shit, man. You got I guess Dr. Brittany Cooper, who so famously, what's up, Simply Deep? Woo, who so famously went on this own network broadcast special where they blaming the government because women like her or obese, but yet if she actually ran her body like she runs the conclusion, she would be like Olympic level fit. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Had the audacity to try to shame a thinking black man, an accomplished black man who's looking to do some good works for his people. I think that's shameful. Uh, See, this is the reason why I'm starting to feel. What's up, underrated? Woo! I'm starting to feel like, man, we're going into some rough patchy water, my friends. Going into some rough patchy waters. It is a damn shame. You got a very accomplished man in Ice Cube, very conscious man, and all of a sudden people are trying to tear him apart. Look at DL Hughley. Look at freaking DL Hughley. And I've never liked DL Hughley, especially when he started getting the hat, the little soul man patch, little goatee, and all of a sudden he's this conscious guy. I'm like, motherfucker, please. You want to talk about he might not be the most qualified. Some of our most quote and unquote alleged qualified people will work against us. But do you understand that when people criticize the great men of our community, this can cause them to turn their back on us just for being plain and simple ungrateful? Yeah, he's a damn flip flop. You damn right, underrated. He's a damn flip flop. And here's the crazy part. If I don't care if people say Trump's a racist, Trump's an elitist. Why didn't he denounce racist groups? Valdez actually put up a video of him denouncing racist groups. I'm pretty sure it's at fucking YouTube, which is everything else is there. And I'm not even the biggest Trump supporter. My man Keith Wisdom said they get mad when you use your brain and bypass their okay to take the lead. Of course. This is what the fuck they keep crying about. They want leaders. They want leaders. No, you just want somebody to blame for your shortcomings. Well, the government made us fat. No, you made you fat. If you put all that effort you did into getting a PhD and a fourth of that effort to get yourself in shape, you be killing it. You ever notice there's very few attractive PhDs? I've noticed that. Woo! See, a motherfucker really need to still in there, need to stay in their lane. Because number one, no overweight black woman can tell me about how it feels to be about a black man. Even though you weigh just as much as a nose tackle in the NFL, you cannot tell me about the struggles because all you want to do is shut black men up. It works for the weak ones. See, true supportive women would never ever look at their men as AB media. What's up? Look at their men as the enemy. They would actually have vaunted respect for black men wanting to be leaders, wanting to build legacies. But for all these years, you always criticize what did black men doing? Why aren't they fighting? See, this is the time and this is the chance that people will never give us credit. This black man's fighting for his people, but as soon as you do, they turn your back on. They turn their backs on you. You wonder why the coon always turned their back because you never supported nor paid for them. I've said it before. Simply Deep said, Charles Faulkner, you seem to like the type of dude that's not easily talking to some spontaneous stuff, especially by a chick. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Now, I don't mind women that I trust to advise me, but the ultimate decision rolls on me. Gaslighting, my man Keith Wisdom said gaslighting doesn't work anymore. Talking about you gotta have a plan if you're running a Fortune 500 company. Women, we make 50K, pay the rent, raise kids, and we get 2 weeks vacation down south. I, see, I'm thinking that too. I'm trying to figure out how you're gonna have a sex drive. See, like, see, it's so funny. Well, it's always gonna be light on this show. It's so funny, right? That people treat black men like the lowest common denominator. Like we just think with our dicks all day long. No, we like sex, but we're not some some type of fiend that we gotta constantly have it. No, we're incorrigible men. We're thinking men. As a matter of fact, we can't even really have sex the way we want to because we're the ones who are going to be penalized the heaviest if we get you pregnant. But a sex strike. Oh, you want to shame us into voting for something you know that's going to be the antithesis of our fucking existence, but you want us to vote because I say we go on a sex strike. Let's look at history. You chicks are the ushers and high priestess of whore culture. I never thought it'd be a day when we can't even objectify women anymore. They beat us to it. Woo! Mr. Tony said, "How you want to carry it? What's up? What's up? Ah, ah." Gotta love that Baltimore classic, Baltimore club. Black women of today, they they want to be the man so badly, but they can't take the work that comes with it. Even if they wanted to be the, even if they don't want to be the helper. Oh Lord, you can't do that. Oh, thank you once again. We're trying for 2,000 now. That's the next goal. Baby steps. See, here's the incredible thing about it. If you really think of it, they want to play puppet master when they're already the number one puppet. You're not supposed to be a thinking black man. You're not supposed to do anything on your own. You're not supposed to make money unless it's the glory and the honor of black woman conda. And I'm sorry. That's not even shitting on black women because plenty of black women dug in Brittany Cooper's ass about her statements, about her non true statements. But you get all these little feminists who get these degrees and become professors at college because they couldn't hack it in the real world. And they're teaching your sons and daughters to hate themselves. Hmm. Craig Harper, what's up? He said that big bitch been on a sex strike her whole life. Sex strike. I know what BW. Really? Yeah, you got to think about it. We don't even have to have sex with you for us to have sex with other women. We don't even have to. We don't even have to touch white women, Hispanic women, Asian women, Arabic women, Native Americans. We can just go back. We can just go to Africa and get there with it. But it's not really about that. It never was about that, man. Never truly was. It was all about control. It's all about telling you what to do. It's all about how you can't let groundskeeper Willie get a hold of anything. Can't. They cry. And I mean, oh, they cry. Maybe they let you know they cry about black men not being leaders of the community. I was up on her for. She meant to say sex strike, sex toy strike, because no one likes that shit. It's like that. I mean, once again, when you got a vibrator that's gas powered and connected to a Sears diehard battery, and you got to put your foot on it and crank it up like a goddamn lawnmower, yeah. Damn thing so powerful, it's like a Jedi lightsaber in combat. I mean, I gotta quote BGS. The thing that pisses you off the most is when you see really smart people say some disingenuous shit. And I'm so confused. You want the leadership, you cried for it, but when you get it, there's something wrong with it. See, you can't cry for leadership and want it on your terms. Sorry, there will be no challenge today for the throne of Wakanda. Sorry, you know, you don't ask for leadership and make the rules. This is what you think of your men. They could be bought and sold by pussy. It's bad enough you did to get your booties to the pole. They have to turn it on like a lawnmower record. Yeah, they do. Goddamn vibrator won't start. Hey Johnny, go get me some gas so I can put this vibrator on. Yeah, they got to deal with that vibrator. Think about it. Chicks like her had to go get a PhD because she was the victim of no man want me click. And that's what I call a non competitive woman. If you could go all these years for a PhD, where's your man? Well, I don't need no man. Where's your man's? And see, the pride surely cometh before the fall. Those of you here got a little bit of a Delisa, Black Forest, little tasty thing here, a little tasty. But let's figure this out because I was greatly disturbed by a lot of this. You want a sex strike for vote because we chose to vote with our money and vote for our interests? Wow. You get upset, you go to Twitter, you block BGS, which I think that was shout out to the master teacher for that one. Her man is Burger King. Man, man, that chick damn near put IHOP out of business. Shit. I, And it's not like you're hearing this from the hood rat. It's not like you're hearing this from the stripper. You're not even hearing this from the prostitute. You're hearing this from a fucking PhD level professor. So she was walking to the PhD program for years and never walked past the gym, huh? Nah, 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 nah. That was her part-time job. She was the gym. She was like the shade for when they had the little sun peering out, and she would just block it. They used to nickname her in the football team Eclipse. Well, here it is, right? You want to treat Ice Cube, who, if you listen to his music, talked about fuck the police and protect black women, and he wanted some retribution for his people. So, speaking for your people and doing what men of power and business do, you talk to both sides and see who has the best deal. You get criticized for it. This goes for the professional woman. What do you really want from your men? I'm praying that I have some curmudgeonous person come up here on a panel. I want to argue that. I'm praying for somebody to actually disagree because I want to know, what more do you want from your men? If you were the feminine women that come on this panel, you'd be backing your men. You would back your men. You would need to be supported. Craig Harper said, trying to tell these sisters to hold on, to hold out on a little WAP. So if that happens, I'm gonna buy be one busy ass cop or domestic. Yeah. See, the problem with it is that she just told on a lot of black women that the only thing they're valued is their pussy. She didn't say that they brought anything tangible, like why would you strike against your man when he's looking for the best deal for you? That's treachery. That's treachery, man. She never brings up about health of a black woman. What an example she is. Of course, you didn't see her on those shows. She's sitting around a bunch of black women. Like, we gotta go home, earn the money, earn this, earn that. See, I've told black men and I told black women, stop looking for the Olympic gold medal. Excuse me, for ordinary shit. Nobody's gonna give you an award for raising your kids. You had them, you raised them. You think because you get a degree in school, we're supposed to we're supposed to bend time and space for you? No, go out there and make the world better. It was one young lady who I worked with. I was proud that she had a degree in kinesiology. I'm like, somebody needs to help black people out here when it comes to physical fitness. But you want a PhD in propaganda science. Can someone Google up Brittany Cooper's PhD, please, and type it in the chat? Because I'm a little disturbed about this. This anti-male rhetoric for the cause of what? A black man doing what he's always done and help his people. with you folks, man? This is the reason why I say it's treachery. It's fucking treachery. You want the black man to be all these great things. Thank you. Thank you for the cash app underrated. Ooh, day one, baby. Love the support, man. I feel honored. But you gotta think about it. Hey, what's up, Chaos, the chief engineer? What's up, chief
What's good?
engineer?
What's good, man? What's good? How it sound?
You sound crystal clear.
Yeah, man. I was listening to the other, I'm talking about, so I had to now come now in. I
Uh,
tell you, it began very good, man. That smoke.
oh yeah, the smoke is coming like a cigar, like a fresh cigar. My
Yeah,
man Rocket King said,
anytime when you about to when they say you want that smoke, just pop your camera on, just like take your cigar, go. I'm
yeah,
ready.
yeah. I want one of these complaining chicks to come out here and tell me y'all hate women when majority of the people who talk about the women's behavior have the greatest love for black women.
Hmm.
You know why? Because this is not the type of women we grew up with. We feel cheated.
Yeah, very cheated in all forms, bro. Like it's like you're getting second hand, second leftovers.
Second, yeah. My man Rocket King said, Charles, I was about to go to bed before I turned, and I wanted to give a salute to you and the chat. P.S. Lord order cable on my
Okay.
cable on my TV. The moment you catch a notification, synchronicity. You gotta love it. I should get that sound effect doodle.
Hmm. Hmm.
But it's funny. Art new style.
What's good,
Oh,
Art?
oh man, we gotta get out on the paddle, man. Oh man, but I'm a little disturbed by that. You know what I'm saying, Chaos? Like a
Hmm.
black man cannot be a free thinker. A black man cannot be a genius. A black man cannot be a leader. A black man can't be nothing but a subservient.
Hmm.
He
I
can't be
agree.
nothing but a brute. And that's disturbing to me because you you can't call a warrior a simp, a clown, none of that,
Hmm.
because a lot of people forget who the fuck Ice Cube is. He might have calmed down in his later years, but that motherfucker still will get a bat to your ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely.
And it's funny how Dr. Cooper and others criticize him from doing what men always do when they have power, when they're looking for the interest. Which side is going to benefit me the most?
Oh
What's
yeah.
wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
There's a lot of things wrong with that, bro.
Woo.
A lot of things
Yep.
wrong with that.
Oh yeah, I got to give my YouTube scholars. When you don't fuck research, YouTube scholars. I got my PhD in YouTube University, and
Hmm.
it's so critical of a time in America that we still have this divide between our women and our men.
And nobody wants to tap out anytime soon.
Yeah,
Charles, the women really feel that they're gonna put the black men on the average into a serious submission lock where they can't get out, and all you can do is like this.
dab,
But remember,
dab.
bro, you've been wrestling for over a generation. Ain't nobody has really right now since you lost long time ago, very long time ago, have made you have to hit that ground hard and tap out, man.
Oh no, nah. I'm gonna tell you what it is, right?
Uh huh.
It's like that new young scholar, Moneybag Yo. He has a song that called "You Played Yourself." Bitch,
Mm-hmm.
you played. You played
Yeah.
yourself. And I'm afraid a lot of these black women are doing that to themselves.
Hmm.
A lot of these women, not all, are playing themselves because one, black men are starting to realize their value again.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
They're starting to realize their greatness. You can't, you can't shit on us for having an idea, having a dream.
Hmm.
Why can't we be great? We love y'all so much that we still want y'all asses to be great with us. But
To
guys
be the
like
best
myself,
version of yourself, ladies, and you're
but
not even
guys,
reaching the full pinnacle.
but guys like myself are constantly accruers. Like you hate women. I don't. We don't. But tell me,
All right.
has anything I ever said about women ever been wrong?
Say again,
Explain.
Charles.
Has anything I ever said about women have ever been wrong?
No, you've been upfront, honest with a lot of women. See, women don't want to hear the actual harsh criticism from the men in their community because they want to hear what they have been programmed for 40 years to tell them what they want to hear. And it's funny how when a man says a different opinion, now I say, who hurt you? Like tell them what is unnatural or abnormal to their subconscious thinking, like that's pain. If it's pain, that means it must be really, really true. Because if somebody say, "Oh, it hurts," but yeah, I need to really do something. But if every minute we open our mouths telling the fuckery, and not just but just like the real fuckery that you do engage in, and we said because this is why your life, your outcomes remain the same. You're gonna push back on it. So
Hmm.
that's what I want to get out the way.
It's really it's getting to the point where this lady has what? She got her BA from Howard, her MA from Emory, and her PhD in what, oh 09? What? You got all this education. What have you done it for the betterment of black people? This is what I call people out and say you are the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends who call me, oh, you must be hurt. Let me see, when was the last time a chick hurt me? Probably when my mother last whooped my ass, like almost a lifetime ago.
Damn, that's a long time ago, my dude. And a lot of us sometimes you don't remember most of the aspects unless the real ones that we really got like
Yeah,
a serious ass weapon.
and even then, I'm just like, wow, that was like, good God, about almost 3 years ago. Shit, like
Shit, that's a long time,
really,
man.
like even my friends try to say, oh, some chick hurt you. I'm like, when you talk about women, why do you everybody gotta shame you about some goddamn hurt? Maybe I could just honestly say that a lot of motherfuckers ain't worth shit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I could just say the same way I would get no type of smoke. I would get no type of defense or offense if I said black men aren't worth a damn.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly black men would agree.
Mm-hmm.
But if I talk about what black women do, and I'm not even saying it in a malice state of mind. Oh, your mama black. I'm not fucking my mama though. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but your mama. No, I'm not. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
we're the same race. We're the only race of people that say, even though you were a crack fiend, mama, you always be a black queen, mama. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? But what about that? What about that black mother who never abandoned her kids, who worked late at night, worked early in the morning for her kids? We praise her. Do we praise that black man who's taking jobs that he probably don't want to take, but they paying us to pay the bills, pay a mortgage or some rent, put some food
Mm-hmm.
on the table, get a
Yeah.
car too. Do we praise
Yeah.
them?
Yeah.
I was talking to my barber the other day, and he talked about the hatred that some of these women will do and not even give their child their father's last name because of this
Yeah.
bitterness. And it's funny, and it's funny because Brittany Cooper represents the bitter chick in the black community.
Or more like the non-select chick.
The highly non-select. And you want to blame Trump? You want to blame the environment? Why you overweight? No, shorty. You want to be equal to black men? Do what black men have been doing for years. Take it on the chin, or in your
Yep.
case, chins, multiple. And I gotta go a little hard order because this isn't some stupid broad. This is a highly educated woman who
Yep.
knows better.
Mm-hmm.
But your misandry is showing. And then I got a clown, D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley, clown of clowns, that's How the fuck you gonna talk about somebody qualifies for anything? See, you're not even on code, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
How you not gonna be on code for a man talking to both sides? I don't think he's the most qualified. I want you to do me a favor. Tell me in the black community who's the fuck the most qualified.
That I want to know.
Who's the most qualified to speak to the president? Talk about reparations. And then you gotta vet the motherfuckers to see if they worth a damn.
But it makes me want to say, why waste time, if the ladies listening, that you more concerned what the black man has to really say? Obviously, you don't really care. So let's say if Ice Cube didn't present actual plan, was it to you? Because really, you already shown that you don't have respect at all.
I mean, what would happen if it was a black woman who said the same thing?
Hmm.
Even with the interview with Roly Poly Martin,
Hmm.
Roly Poly Martin,
Hmm.
you you can't talk about Black Lives Matter and you put some chick on with a blonde weave and some blue contacts and talk
Bro,
about
it was
Black
a
Lives.
disgrace, man. It is
How
a
can you?
disgrace.
This is who your organization. How the hell you gonna talk about Black Lives Matter, but you taking money from a motherfucker who actually advocates eugenics?
Hmm.
But we'll say that for another time.
Yeah.
You giving everybody giving him this push. But see, the lessons you should live by, and every black man should see Ice Cube and stand up and applaud that man. He showed you how to be grace under fire. You ever notice he gave answers and wasn't phased by anything he was asked?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
You notice he had a response like I'll help, and they didn't like it. The black man was on his game.
Mhm.
Man, LaShawn Jefferson said, "My mom won't call you. I will just for my decent black women forever, but which was she as a female don't have to camel suit just in case." Some of these niggas, man, have brag got like, in her hands. So if they gonna take shots at the nigga who calls his own shots, right? See, what D.L. Hughley did was the ultimate Judas betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
And it lets you know the jealousy that still exists in our community. What do you get out of? What do you truly get out of this? What do you truly get by trying to say he's trying to knock him down a peg? And grabbing a bird.
It's wanted just to see you fall down. That's all. It gets enjoyment, thrills.
But I mean, he gets butthurt. Like, oh, the Republicans are this evil. Democrats, Democrats. No, 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 no. What are you going to call the Democrats on their bullshit, just like the Republicans? I'm willing to call them both on their bullshit. I call black men on their bullshit, black women on their bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll talk about the faults of black men. It's your fault that we don't put our money together. And we don't fucking lobby a lot of these fucking politicians in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason we go through this shit so heavily priced is because you gotta pay where you stay.
Exactly.
But yet, when you enslave a group of people so long, what happened with the sharecroppers? They came right back to the slave plantations once they were free. They knew
Mm-hmm.
no other place. They knew no other life. You know what? How many black men died defending their communities? I mean, really, when are we gonna protect our own? It's I'll tell you what it is, chaos. It's fucking shameful that I'm pretty sure Cuban Cuban have met before, but it's all good and dandy when Cuban's like doing music videos back in the day. But as soon as he wants to say, you know what, we need to step up as black men and fight for the type of destiny we want, how dare you?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you? I call it the one up. Bless you. I call it the one up syndrome, Greg Harper. He gets the pat on the ass by Charlie and a fresh batch of carrot biscuits. That's what he gets. See, it's see he got out the rap race. He said, well, both of these parties are historically racist towards us anyway. So let's see if we can get out of either one. What do they offer? Notice Trump had the platinum deal. I don't know if his deal was inspired by Cubes or Cubes added some stuff to it, or I don't know. But at least you had a plan. Specifically, a lot of the stuff was for black men's benefits. The Biden camp, they didn't even have shit. And then a week later, oh, we got something for y'all. Some bullshit gray shit. Some bullshit gray shit. And next thing you know, once they make it into the fucking office, they forget about you.
Okay.
I mean what more do we want? Does a motherfucker gotta bleed and fucking stay on the cross for 3 days and then maybe you'll listen to him?
I think what they want, Charles, is they want to see the brothers. You know, it's funny that when we talk about submission in the Women's Month, they want the black man to give completely submission, full submission to them. And they find that a lot of the men and their boys are being very rebellious. Back in the days of slavery, oh damn, that you were so rebellious to the point where that you had to escape, and you didn't care how you do it, you just escape. Now the loved ones that you're around, you might take with you, but most like you said, I just gotta get away from all. I just gotta do me. And you did it. I think that's what you see now in the climate now in the 21st century, in this time we're in now, that a lot of men, they're at that breaking point, I would like to say it. And it's revealing now that the only thing that's holding it back is certain political parties. Once the alliance is really shattered, there is really no turning back, bro. I think after this election, it's going to be telling where the black community stands, and where the men actually stand.
That is incredible. Because I'm glad you put it in there to where we stand. Are you looking to build a strong community, a stronger society, better children? Or do you want shit to be status quo?
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of black women need to vet these men they with. A lot of black women need to vet these women they with. I'm just like, you're gonna end up dying for a not so noble cause.
Maybe death is easy for a lot of people, bro. They said, "Fuck it. What's the point?"
Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Are we gonna let them go by the wayside and enjoy these benefits they didn't earn?
They didn't work hard for shit, bro.
No. It's like, what am I looking for? Because sometimes the words escape me. It's like pulling a part of something out of your chest. And just somebody's just pulling and pulling and pulling. Till you just fall your face dead. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna want, okay, next. And for some odd reason, we're the ones get labeled haters. Because because you're there, somebody's gotta take the blame. Once you go outside that mainstream sit, that mainstream thought process, that's when shit gets hot and heavy and lethal. But once again, you're satisfied with everything being the same.
But one thing I do want to stop and say about I don't know if you got a chance to listen to my playback. I really want to talk about this. Not this is not well. We're gonna be honest about this character, and this thing about intelligent men and intelligent women, or so say intelligence. And bro, there's certain topics I at one time covered throughout the time I was doing podcasts before I started doing content on YouTube. And I don't want to go back in time in regards to this thing about education and how certain men in our group said that how certain people view so-called education and that we send a bad message to black men and black youth that's already in a direction already to what they see. And I'm not knocking how people better their lives or what they're trying to figure out what they're trying to do the rest of their life. As an always ongoing battle, some of us get it and some of us still figure it out. Regardless of what it is, I am not going to push narratives that say if you don't do this, you're not going to survive. That's foolishness. As long as you have breath and air, you will find ways to survive as a man. Is your natural duty, your genetic makeup makes you have to find a way. And what I mean by this, to a lot of people that are not listening, how this dude talks about how most men in the space don't push so-called education to black men, and the quality of education they get it. And I'm proud of that because you go to school, depending on what it is, your focus more than anything is the network part than besides the degree. Because it's not what you get the job, it's who do you know. We go in there for one thing. Just to go in there, get the degree, then come out on the average. Right? We don't look at the other aspects of networking with other people. And it goes back again to the individual mindset, the indoctrinate in the society. So my issue at all that when he was trying to sit there saying that a lot of black men in certain space push black men to not even pursue so-called, and I call it so-called higher education, but there's no such thing as higher education. There's only trained people. People that really educate know how to network and create corporations. A lot of black people that got these degrees are not by default creating corporations to help employ other black people. So we have to be wise with the words we say. Not saying people can't, our men should not pursue it, but I tell you, you always gotta know what you get in and what's the outcome for everything. You go one university, you might not get what you want, you go somewhere else. It's that simple. I don't push historically black college on black people. I don't do that shit. Why? Because I look at it, if you get to any college, it's good enough. There's like I don't know if anybody could Google it. How much colleges are out here in America? Like 100,000? Like 50 colleges, 50,000 colleges around the country?
That would actually be a good damn question, man.
I mean, should I Google it? Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me Google it myself, man. Because I never did this experiment. See how many colleges exist in America? Some were closed down. And I tell you, the ones that were closed down, I guarantee those ones were black colleges.
So we're not going to take the money that the Trump administration is handing out to keep us open.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. I got you. Let me Google this now. Yeah, you're going to make me go put some work tonight. And make sure y'all support the interest, man. Cash App's in the bottom. Let's see. How many colleges exist in America? Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Hold on. Go ahead. Whenever you're ready, you can share it. Right now, we have roughly 4,298 institutions listed in CES. There were 1,626 public colleges, 1,687 private nonprofit schools, 985 for-profit schools in the fall of 2017. And the data was divided into institutions into categories such as four-year colleges and universities, and two-year schools, often known as community college. This is some recent, from 3 years ago to last year. And one of the top 20 oldest college, we all know Harvard is one that came out in 1600s. College of William and Mary, 1693. St. John College, Indianapolis. Yale. Washington College, I think that's in Washington State, over there. University of Pennsylvania, Penn State, I believe, am I right? Moravian College, Theological Semester, and University of Delaware, Fournier. And there's more. And these are the dates of the oldest college. Now, mind you, if you notice, Harvard is the top. Now, if you as a black person, you're not even getting into the top, that means you are not very limited to your network, who you could know while going pursuing your bachelor's and master's PhD. You get me? As you see here. And it goes downhill. These are the oldest. Yale's another top one. 6% acceptance rate. That's low. Actually, no, I think it's a little high. Because it's hard to get Harvard, so I think it's 33% acceptance rate. Pretty low.
Yeah.
But I'd say, what's the point I'm doing this? Because this is my thing, bro. If you're not, as a person, trying to get to those top institutions, the everything else in regards what you're doing, something, say going to these black colleges to get the same degree, so you can get hired, is less likely. And mind you, it goes back again. Most Europeans in certain fields you try and work for hire their own, depending on what field you go to. And we all know the racism array and discrepancy since 1989 in the job market that was revealed already. So, but the point is this: that don't think that you do what you do, that you're secure. No, you always got to find other ways as a man to make it in this capitalist world. But we're not having this conversation. And to say that most men that are educated should get educated women. And he really say get educated black women. Right? But isn't the argument with the issue with a lot of women, and especially men and women, that a lot of women that said they got degrees are not seeking other men of the same yoke with degrees or better? That's in their group. That's part of their race. Isn't that argument, right, Charles?
Of course, it's part of the argument.
So it's not really what's wrong with the men. It's really what the women like to choose. Because we all know the higher you go up, the less likely pull man you could get.
And you got to remember this. It's like each time you have somebody do the research, each time you have somebody say, hey, we need to take this from, we need to see why are black men so inclined to go to jail. And once you see the statistics, you look at the facts, you look at the data collected, then you will see then you'll see what's the story, what's the narrative. Like, so somebody gotta give a reason. There are too many people out there who want to see this shit just burn, just because they want to feel the heat from it.
Mm-hmm.
You have PhD women who tell
I got a PhD.
who what? And I thought, I mean, really, you're being targeted for what?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they want you to take all this responsibility without support, without feeling no remorse to it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like it's a guy not just from a crab and the burrow mentality. It's just straight up like
Mm-hmm.
Like for God's sakes, it's like it's straight up and it's like you're throwing bean bags at somebody. You're just you're not even invoking change because hey, something has to give. Well, I don't care what type of situation you're in. You gotta adapt. You gotta change something. If you really feel an urge to go out there and get it, this is for my
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneur brothers. You probably won't have any allies. You probably won't. You'll see some of your friends at the end and at the beginning, nowhere near the middle where the journey was started and where the journey and when you needed them the most. You know why? Because there was no competition to getting your black ass up. There was no competition to somebody saying, "Hey, you're gonna be better than your parents. We're gonna groom you here." Nobody told us shit. And without people guiding you and people taking care of you, guess what? You're gonna lose out very big. And I can't even go hard at the women anymore because it's like I expect y'all to be feeling a certain way, but DL and people like him, man, fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wish I could get that a little bigger for me to read, but
We have a hard time reading something.
no, I'm looking at the screen. But you got it up. Like
Oh, let me see.
I make it happen. I made it happen. It's
Let's look at it. To give you some background, this is only one link. 'Cause I'm looking at the list. Princeton University, another one. Washington D University, Columbia University, Brown University, Rutgers, 60% acceptance rate. That's New Jersey. All right, all right. And these are the 25. But if I go down, there's more of a higher education in the United States, Wikipedia. And here, see, they don't really talk too much about historically black colleges. If you look at it, you know what I'm saying.
they don't talk about it too much.
And I'm not saying that the so-called proclaimed black college were trashy, but we gotta be honest here. They were designed for the mulatto children.
Hmm.
See, black people understand that the only college I could probably give more respect back in the day, and this is like over a century ago, was Tuskegee.
Yeah,
And the reason
yeah.
why, because Booker T. Washington created an institution from the ground up, from a church, and built it up from there with the talent of black people, and grew and draw the best talent out of them.
Hmm.
That's the difference between his university and everybody other black colleges. That's some that came from. Even with some of the ones that are the talented tent, if you want to call it that, a lot of them really go to a lot of historic black colleges that we could really reference. You know,
Yeah. I mean,
some of them went to like the ones that were white. Well, I don't know if I can say it, but go ahead. I
think
can.
about it, right?
Yeah.
You're looking at a platinum plan that's giving money to your colleges.
Mm-hmm.
You know what just dawned on me?
Mm-hmm.
Black people cry they want reparations, but you know the one thing they don't do? They will hold your feet to the flame to make sure they get it. Same thing with it's the Obama effect.
Mm-hmm.
We Trump can give us half a trillion, a full trillion, 2 trillion. And which I want? We want to vote him out. Why? He racist. What did he do to racist? You know, let's say he did have the best deal. How many people can go and say, hey, I put logical thought into the situation? And this is so bad. Even close friends of mine, I've asked them, I said, what's your policy? What do you vote? Do you vote just because to vote? Or do you actually really study the candidates?
Mm-hmm.
Do you study these candidates? The Democrat are not for the people. The Democrat is an ultra liberal who wants to use your status as black so they can push their fucking agenda.
Exactly.
Look what they did with the LGBT. They took all the minorities and put them up front for photo ops.
And they're still using these LGBTQ people when it's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
But
and guess what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I came to support Now God because of content. HBCU proud alum. Hey, shout out Regina. But I went to Coppin and had some classes at Morgan, so. But here's the problem, right? We can't even vote our interests.
Yeah.
We can't say, hey, let's get something so we can get a foothold.
Something that get us a leg up in the society. Can't even do that. Yeah.
I'm actually afraid of this shit,
man. I don't blame you though.
I'm afraid of it because people like Dr. Cooper, who are so damn emotional, so damn hasty, have so much angst, just because a black man is trying to get ahead. They would rather knock the table off, let all the chess pieces fall off, than to help the black man become a better father, a better husband, a better person. Same thing goes for D.L. Hughley, because he suffers from Jello Negro syndrome. Can't even be on code anymore, man.
Yeah.
Can't even be on code anymore, man. So, I'm going to look at it. I think we need to do some more research into this platinum plan and other ideas like it. Because really, at this time, black people should actually get a lot of these ideas together and present, like a Gray Faulkner initiative, a platinum plan, an Ice Cube deal. Because now you got America listening. Never go to a politician when the cameras are off. Unless you got money in hand.
Indeed. But make sure everything is in the open. Everybody can see it. So and they're like full shit, bro. They should call them out and they're fuckery. That's why they don't mind what's the word? They don't mind trying to tell Ice Cube said, You know, it sounds good. It sounds nice, but present the plan after we get in. Who does that shit?
Yeah, that's the audacity.
I never heard anybody that's negotiating for their best interest come say, once I get what I want, we'll talk about it. That's not how things go in the negotiation table.
Yeah,
Like that. Can
you've
anybody
never.
correct me? Does that how negotiation really work? I could be wrong. I'm not sure I'm missing anything, bro.
Um, you want the point?
Usually, before you come to me for my vote. So if you come to me that you need my vote, then by default, I'm gonna come back in return asking for some for my participation.
But that's called a level of arrogance.
Hmm. But I blame our people, Charles, because we allowed this for too long, for too many decades. I heard a lot of black people say that this is the only party that will get you some. I said these people have not given you shit for decade on decade on decade. And they know that
Well,
they're not going to demand or you go hold them for no shit because they know that you're black. Like Joe Biden said, you don't vote for me, you're not black.
you
Right
know,
there, that tells you right there how they feel you, view you.
meanwhile, they have the audacity to tell you to wait. But guess what? When the LBJT went to Obama, did they have to wait?
Oh, they gonna look at you in my face.
As soon as he got, as soon as he got reelected, what did he do? Boom, 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 boom. The
He
Hispanics. Boom, boom, boom,
yeah, he draw more immigrants. He really want to whiten up America. I say that much. He made a conscious effort and said, "Yes, now I got you, niggas. I'm gonna whiten this country up more now. Let me import more non-black people in here."
I mean, it's so bad that nobody else is told to wait but us.
Hmm.
Nobody even placates to you a plan.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of late for some folks, but I think tomorrow we should do a show about political ignorance.
Yeah, we need to start educating people on how this shit is supposed to work, man. I mean,
Because,
it's long overdue,
mhm,
and it's the right time to do it now before the election.
because frankly, I'm gonna pull up the platinum plan when I go back on the computer,
Okay.
and I'm gonna bring that shit out tomorrow. And we're gonna touch bases on that shit
Hmm.
because you gotta have a foothold with, excuse me, an industry that says, America, pay me what you owe. Ain't nobody Asian Americans get their reparations because they own so goddamn much of America. Look at the Arabs. They get the 7-Elevens, the gas stations. They get $1 million businesses, multi-million, if not $1 billion. Think about that. Why can't
Listen,
we?
the Arabs will get a chance. Listen, they'll come up faster than most black people that have been here for centuries. And here's how bad it gets. Not just them, but any person, even people that's brown people. They'll sit there, they'll change um hands with their business that they own. So but they get that extra tax zip for a decade or more.
Mm-hmm.
So think about this. And I was gonna put the converse, the currency convert to show people how much your dollar goes into them where they send it back, just to give you an estimate. Matter of fact, should I do it now? Since we're here, let's look.
We'll do it
And
now. We'll also pull it up tomorrow too.
yeah, and the reason why I want to do this because and I'm just gonna pick a country where they're mostly from. Where's my currency converter? And the funny thing about this, Charles, that if you're tax exempt for 10 or whatever years that live in this country and set up shop, right? That remember, if you remember, taxation is the greatest robber of wealth, right?
Hmm.
So
Heavy taxation.
imagine any institution or any person that's not from America sets up shop like a gas station, right? Or yeah, especially a gas station where they get a lot of the wealth from the black community. How much is that United States dollar going back to their homeland? Because they do go back home. I want you to know that. They do go back home. Let's see. You can share my screen. Um,
They're gonna be super rich in their currency. They'll live a better life than you.
yeah, you can share my screen. Go ahead. I'm trying to think here. Let's pick a country that normally is custom from Indian people. Um,
Let's
yeah, we
pick
can. See,
let's pick Mexico.
you want to pick Mexico? Okay. I was gonna start with the Indians first, but we'll start with Mexico. Okay. Okay, where is it? Mexico? All right, Mexico peso. And do I need to magnify this? You're not gonna be able to see this. Let's see if that's clear enough for y'all to see. Yeah, that's good. Y'all can see that. Okay, let's do a rough estimation. How much is $1 converted into Mexico pesos? $1.
Just $1.
$21.
Jesus Christ.
Let's go further. Let's say how much is $5? $100. Damn.
Hmm.
You already got that means if they work and they get paid for less, $6 an hour, and they come home with depends if they do work 20, 30 hours, and they come home with let's say $250 in America, right? They can send back not all of that, but partial of that, like $100. They're sending. Remember, they live in America now, right? So they pack up and they use them. They half of that income, right? Let's say they send $50, or let's go back. Let's send $80. They got to eat in America, right? Let's send $1,000 back home.
Let me see. Let's say they make a go $50,000 a year.
Okay, let's check that. So you say you want to send 50,000 what they make and convert it over there, right? All right, 50K, 50,000. 1, 2, 3. Am right? Let me see if that looks right. 53.
Their money.
Wow. Amazing. They be living very wealthy, bro.
But yet, what's the jobs they take? They take all the trade jobs where black men could
And listen, the trade jobs, people make money off trade. So if you make, and sometimes they gross more than that because they still get paid less, possibly. But imagine putting the hours.
Imagine they can make $100,000 a year.
I'm not gonna. I ain't about
it. Go ahead. I just want to see what that shit's gonna
look like. All right. Let's say 100K. I think that's right.
Jesus Christ.
This is
you live like a king.
2 million. Has everybody seen this in the chat room?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, chat room's kind of silent, so I'm gonna. I know it's late night, guys. I wish we did this earlier, but you know how it goes. But yeah, when you go back to the playback, you'll get what I'm saying.
But check one of the African countries like Nigeria.
I think we did that already, but I'll double check in. All right, let me see. And I'm gonna check an Indian country. Let me check Indian country first. Let me go. We check Nigeria. Which was Alibaba? That's Arabic, right? I'm trying to remember. What's an Indian country? Let's go India. Indian rupee. All right, let's erase this.
Jesus Christ.
Now let's say $1, $73 in Indian $1 in America, and you send over back to them when they ask for donations. Feed the children. Give us your money. This is how much you give us somebody in India when you give them $1. So imagine you give somebody like $25. You already give almost $2,000. And mind you, if they have a gas station, right, and people are paying like $20 a gas, and then there's probably some difference. Where the difference is not much, that's 1,000 right there. But usually the difference, like let's say, is 15. Yeah, and this is the Indian rupee. So imagine if they were working in some of these jobs. Right?
Imagine they work in
Let's say they work in IT, and they're gonna get paid $30,000 a year, right? That's $1 million right there in their currency. 2 million.
And what's another big one? Like some of the African countries.
All right. I'm gonna start searching. Let me check Eritrean. Eritrean, I think. Those are mixed people. All right. East Caribbean dollar. ECU. I don't know what that is. ECU. All right. Well, let's check Eritrean. How much does my dollar go for $1? Not much. $5. No, it's not really a lot. It's not really that good. 25. It doesn't even cross $1, bro. 100. How are they taking the American money? Because the currency's not that good, bro. You see this?
They probably don't even take it.
Yeah, that's why the currency doesn't. I don't know if your train's been colonized, but maybe.
Let's try Ethiopia.
All right, perfect. Ethiopia. Is that right? Yep, Ethiopia Biri. How much is $1 Ethiopia? $37. Okay. $5. $100.85. Okay. $10. $300.71. 20. $700.42.
Wow.
So let's say it's 30. I bet you it's almost like 1,000. So if I have $30, I convert into their currency, I'm looking at $1,000. And we got some people that's from Ethiopia. Depending where you're at, they might be around. You know, damn well they'll send money back home. And Norman, and mind you, Charles, if you ever know anybody that's not from this country, they go to the Western Union, they don't send $30. They send on the average. Because remember, I'm not sure if you of the Western Union cut back or how much money you can send the United States currency over to some other country. Let's say the limit is $500. $18,000.
How they living better than you?
Living better than us, bro. So let's try another currency.
This is matter of fact. Let's go to what's another one? Yeah, let's go to Nigeria.
All right, let's go back to Nigeria.
We want to hit all the people who
matter of fact, they're actually in a civil war right now. Nigeria. Okay, $1 is $300.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Charles, never told you this. And I'm gonna tell people personally. You know how they said about the scammers right now going on right now in Africa with some people in the conscious community that I'm hearing about. Americans that are in Africa, but they're asking black people from America to give them some money. Ain't that so, bitch? You're not providing no tangible service, but you living like a king in Africa. I tell black people,
Yeah.
the nerve of these niggas. You get me? How we
Mhm.
up here working, and up here you go somewhere else to feel your comfort.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it, bro.
And then say you living like a goddamn slave.
And listen, and they up here criticizing a lot. So I said, come here, come where? To do what? Let me tell you something. If I was going to go to Africa, if I want to keep 100, I better still be able to get the American currency come flowing over here. You get me, bro?
Hmm.
You gotta be out your fucking mind. I'm gonna live in another land, and then the American currency cuts off of me. Do you know how much this dollar is value because of the fucking military? You must be. I gotta be on drugs, bro. Like, if I told you, this one chick says she let's say, want me to give her money for rent, right, in Nigeria. This bitch up every time it said the rent is $500, right? And she already put down $150. She need $50. So I'm saying, why you need $50? She and she said that's how much she need to make difference for the rent because the money is in America, so it goes much further. So you know what I did, bro? Because I discovered this currency converter for I mean, at the end of last year when I was doing my stream on Dirty Bitch of going back to Dominican Republic. I said, how many American dollars goes to get for $500? This is what I did. I type in $500, right? Let's see, $500. But it says on American currency. That's $1.31. But this bitch wants $50. 50. So why is I put 50 and it's convert in your money? $50. You look at 19 grand. Rent
Get
is
over it.
$5.
Get over it.
Bro, let me tell you something. These niggas are slipping. You are
Matter of
getting
fact,
hustled.
what's the big vacation spot you see brothers go to?
Dominican Republican.
Dominican Republic. I gotta see this shit.
You
Go
want to
to
see how much
DR.
it is?
Go to DR.
All right, let's go DR. I like doing this, man, because this is educational. A lot of people say, "Why are you showing this, man? I don't need to see this." You need to see it because y'all niggas are giving y'all money.
$50 at the Dominican Republic.
All right, let's say a chick said, "Can you WhatsApp at me $25 and I'll show you my pussy and some naked pictures." And let's say if a man is a simp, which some of these dudes are, I give this bitch $25. He's getting an extra grand and $500.
Mm.
Easy.
So it's getting $1,500.
$15.
What is $1 of our currency in theirs?
A $1 is $57.
So people literally go to these vacation spots. All you need is like what, $100? What, $100 is like
I
what?
mean, let's keep it on. Let's say we go up there and we don't got much money, right? Let's say we go DR and we pay our two-way ticket, right? And I got only $100 on me. This is how much it's gonna be in my pocket in their currency. See that? 5 grand. You know how much pussy you could pay? Come think about it. You're not. Listen. Don't tell me these niggas up here you fucking you're not paying nothing. Don't give me that bullshit.
No, that's bullshit. That's part of the
That's
tourist.
bullshit.
That's
No
part of the
one's going to
tourist.
go here because fuck them. See, let me tell you something. They like Black Americans, but they hate it because they show that we fucking cheap because of reputation. You can't go up there NFL and say you go there, sit there, and then take the pussy, and that's why I find themselves missing, bro. And DR.
Yeah. See, is there's a simp born every day.
Mm-hmm.
There's a simple one. Look at this shit. $50. And people be spending, go to $250 real quick.
$250. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 14 grand.
Jeez. Jesus Christ.
This is what I can't figure out. With such small amounts, I mean, and $250 really is a small amount of money. What I can't figure out is why brothers aren't investing in these countries or actually buying land in these countries, because that's where the wealth comes from. I mean, you start acquiring wealth and land in those type of countries, in 15, 20 years, you could amass a small fortune. And what happens in America, really, you have leverage against. And this is the thing that we don't understand about international markets and currency exchanges. People invest in money markets all the time. And when I say money markets, I'm not talking about the funds. I'm just talking about markets in general. And I know, most people invest larger sums of money, so the returns are smaller. But
You mean like something deal with stocks and stuff? Money market?
well, no. Just in terms, well, yeah, the money mutual funds, the money markets, yeah. But just in terms of having land, let's look at it like this. Let's say we this situation, there's a shit hits the fan situation, and you need to bug out. A central location around the equator is going to be your best bet. You won't have to worry too much about weather. If you can hunt and fish, you can live off the land, and you have land enough to do it. We have too many of these cats up here that don't understand the basics of just using what little money they have to leverage themselves into a better way of living. And traveling abroad is fine, but if you're going to travel abroad, travel with a purpose other than just to get laid. I mean, it's like I tell these kids, women are always going to be there, but women are going to flock to where they feel the safest. So if you have land and you have the ability to control that land, you're going to have women at your beck and call. And that's something we need to understand right now.
Now you said central part, right?
Yes.
I got some better. Let me share this. We can go back to this in a second. Let me go to this screen share. Hold on. Where is it? Google Maps. You might have to share this, Charles. And make the thing center. I'll zoom in.
Let me try something.
Okay. Remove us and let's put like this, just the image here. Like there we go. I want to know what is the center. That's what I want to know.
Well, anywhere that's around the equator, actually.
Anywhere around the equator belt.
Like this is the equator, right?
Yes.
Like Ecuador.
Correct.
Central Africa.
Yep. Brazil.
Okay, I see the line. Okay, I see the line. So it'll be like this line right here.
So somewhere go back over to the
see the line?
Caribbean. See the Caribbean?
This?
Yeah, it's gonna be from the Keys of Florida to Brazil.
Okay.
Or Africa. Yep. It's about that area.
Right here. Florida, these areas.
Because that's tropical weather. All that area is tropical.
Correct.
It never gets cold.
All right. Shouldn't get cold in this part, lower ends of South America, but that's another story. Venezuela, Barbados, and these are African countries here.
Well, the reason why I didn't mention Africa is because the instability with a lot of the governments there. That's not to say all the countries in Africa are suffering from turmoil. I mean, you get up to northern Africa, you're a little more stable, but you also are going to have to deal with potentially being a target because you are an American citizen. If you stay more to the South American countries, you're much less likely to be a target. In fact, you'll probably be protected because of the resources that you provide and the provisions that you bring. They're not going to allow anything to happen to you because you can sustain people by putting them to work. So this is what I'm talking about when I say people need to invest in land. If you're, especially men, if you're going abroad, like I said, you're going down there to have your fun, look out for some cheap land and amass that land, because once you amass that land, you become a little bit more powerful.
Well, you got to understand, in certain African nations, you could lease it than own it, but leasing is better because it lasts a century. You know, and they could do some with that land if you lease it, because they don't really have anybody own land like that in Africa unless you like really if like you born in there, but they'll allow you to lease it for a very reasonable
But
price.
that's what I mean. Why would you want to lease something when you can own it? Leasing, you're just
I
giving your
mean,
money away.
yeah, but there's certain parts of the country, and not to really talk people. Maybe Don's probably explain, but he only go to certain parts of Africa. There's certain parts of Africa, then you can't just go up there with money and buy like land like that because there's
No, but
54 countries, but all 54 countries operate differently. You know,
no,
so
but that's why I said that's why I didn't mention the African countries because of the potential loopholes and leases that you have or loopholes that exist that prevent you from buying land. I don't want to be anywhere where I can't own the land outright. I don't want to be anywhere where somebody tells me that I can't do what I want to on a land that I own. I
I mean,
might well, I might
I get you, I get you. But the reason why I'm not shitting on Africa in regards to leasing aspect, if there's some parts that they allow you to own or lease, because you could do something with the land. You get me?
oh
Especially
absolutely.
as rich as Africa, either way it goes, if I can get it for 100 years, I could work with that. You get me? Is what
Oh
I
no
do
no
with
no.
it.
I'm not.
It's always an important thing. Cause think about it. There's certain parts like let's say we go to South America and you could buy land. You know what I'm saying I'm always looking at what's on this land. You know, besides the trees, the greens, is there anything tangible like gold, silver, etc. that I
Well,
will get if the land has it? And normally you know, so that's what I'm thinking of. You know, on the
well,
average.
mineral wealth is great. And most of the mineral wealth that's currently being mined has probably pretty much been discovered. That's why I was saying you want to be able to own the land because if you can, and this is why I said the shit hits the fan scenario. If you can start to grow things, especially crops that are ready to hit the market like tobacco, sugar, or things of that nature, you in essence become the owner of farmland and work down there or labor down there is inexpensive. Just imagine if you could build your own um, tobacco conglomerate,
Mm-hmm.
acre at a time. You just acquire acre, and you start turning that land over. You start to terraform it to the point where you can actually grow crops, and then you can have that stuff shipped out. You can have it shipped anywhere in the world, and all of a sudden now you start looking like Jeff Bezos in 20, 30 years. That's the vision that brothers need to have. Like I said, man, there's opportunities out here, but you have to actually think in that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you can get a group of brothers together. Let's say if you can get a group of brothers together and y'all can put together $10,000 every year. In a year, y'all can conceivably have $200,000, $300,000. You don't think if you drop down in the middle of the DI somewhere, you can't buy some land and start to farm it or have people farm it for you? Grow tobacco?
Especially people need work now. Especially that you create an infrastructure like you said earlier. Shit, you're a fucking superhero in those villages.
Yes. And the mothers are going to bring their virgin daughters to you. You're not going to have to ask. They're gonna drop them off at your front step. Two birds, one stone. You just got to think like it.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know the criminal thing about it is not one person is gonna hear you see this shit.
I mean, I'm 48. I'm well past the prospect of fathering children. So for me, that's a no go. But I mean, if I was, in my late teens, early 20s, and college wasn't an option, and I was in the military and I was traveling, I'd be like, you know what? If I can't get a degree on the GI Bill, I'm gonna take what little I can. Or actually, let's do it like this. I'm gonna serve in the military till I get to be, 15, 20 years in, take my pension, and I'm gone.
Yeah, and convert your check into their money each time.
Yep, gone. I'll have dual citizenship. That way, I can come back here, take care of business. I can base my business there with the taxes I see. This is the next level of the game that people don't understand. You don't actually even need a tax shelter if you establish your headquarters in another country. You can still do business in U.S. dollars, and like Sergeant Faulkner said, you can flip it, and all the money becomes yours. Everybody's talking about Donald Trump's not paying taxes. Why do you think he
Yeah,
does
because
to?
he's not supposed to pay tax because he knows the codes and the system. You know,
Right. That's
he,
my,
he,
that's
he,
my
has, he
point.
has almost he has like I think was it like almost 400 type of LLC business.
Yes.
So you know how much money that is. How he's able to keep money.
Keep
So
writing
when
off his
they
taxes.
say, "Oh, we're gonna find how much he really be making," it's like if he exposed that, he gonna really show you how much a lot of American people have been fooled about how you go about things in this capitalist system. You know, I'm share my screen. I'm Charles. I want to go back to the currency converter. Like this thing.
I mean, fortunes are out here to be made. People just they have to understand how the system works.
Yeah.
I mean, heck,
I need
even the
my.
smaller cities, if you get brothers together and they start going down to city auctions, hey, like White Club said, you could buy up the block.
Yeah, but we think so small. We gotta take all our money to DR, go fuck somebody that.
That you could have fucked here in America, but it said these women are better. Look, they if they reach their age, they have kids. Their bodies go still look good, bro. I said, you fucking simp. You're paying for pussy, my dude. And you know it's funny how they talk about it's so glorious. I say, well, you paid just to get that. We don't ask the real serious question, you know, because there's nothing for free.
No, you're gonna have to pay somewhere down the line.
You gotta pay something online. You enter other person's space and you up here fucking for free. I said, where they do that? Especially if you're a foreigner. All
Yeah,
right, this is Afghanistan money. $1, 76 dollars. Um, well, I think we're at war. We still war. Afghan. I don't know. $30.
yeah, but see, this is the beautiful thing about that. You don't need to live there to invest there.
I
That,
know, and that's the
that's
beautiful.
what people need to understand. The reason,
It's like I would invest and still reap some potential reward. You
yeah,
get me?
I mean,
That's
and
why
let's look at
people
it like
think too
this.
small.
Yeah, let's look at it like this. Let's say you want to have kids. You want to get you a decent wife who isn't under the thumb or under the mental malaise of Western culture. You can have her there. You bear children there, but your children still have dual citizenship because you're a U.S. citizen. So you can bring them here, educate them, and bring them up under the way that you want, and send them back to their homeland to where when you pass, they inherit what you have, and they build onto it. You don't have to establish your legacy here in America. As long as you have a foot on this globe, you can establish a legacy anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you one thing about it. People don't want to go into this economic and political standpoint that we are in America right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
That's,
gonna wrap this up a little bit.
Yeah, because
yep,
this was a nice little live stream. Nothing really too depth. So hopefully when you come back, we'll do some on other topics.
Okay.
But my close marks. Yeah, I don't want to smoke. Let's keep it real honest, man. Yeah, just sit back down, man. Relax, man.
All right. Always a pleasure, folks.
yes, indeed.
Tomorrow we're gonna come extra hard because we're doing a new series of you know it's not a it's I'm sorry. We're doing a little bit more tomorrow when it comes to political idiosyncrasies and all that shit. So tomorrow we're gonna have a couple people who can speak their shit and when it comes to politics reform, and whatever else you want to see what the president can do currently. or you want to see it compared to what Biden and company can do comparatively. You're gonna have to make a decision, make an educated,
Mm-hmm.
especially one that doesn't flip over the family,
Mm-hmm.
because that's fucked up over
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta get going here. Duty's calling.
there.
All
All
right,
right,
good.
sir.
Always nice.
Always.
And
Later,
always
folks.
like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. You know how it is. And Mary, we have the parental advice sign right on the right side. You see on the top of the screen. So we do cuss. We use bad word here. So it's not for children. Someone will scream. "Ah!" So yeah, it's natural. Don't worry, baby. We're men here, so it comes with territory.
Yeah, it sure does. Mm.
All right, and good night.
Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it. That's it.
All
Good
right.
night, everybody.
Ooh, good night.